Hi Libra, welcome to The Modern Spiritualist. My name is Raheem. Today we're going to look at January for you guys. This can be used for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I did a Celtic cross spread for this month. Looking really good. Before we get started, thank you about giving this video a like and subscribing. It really helps out the channel so that other people can see this video. And yeah, let's begin. So I pulled a couple Oracle cards from a new deck I got for Christmas. Two flew out of the deck for you guys, so I kept them both. So this is kind of going to be just some like major themes that are going to kind of weave through the rest of these cards for the month of January. So let's start with this. Higher perspective, it came out in the reverse. What I like about this is, I mean, in the upright, I'm sensing I would get kind of more of like a cosmic download, you know, coming down from the universe. In the reversal, what I'm getting is that whatever perspective you have to share with others, I get the sense that there's something that you have to share with others, because we have the share wisdom card as well that I'll talk about. But there's something that's actually very practical about this, because I'm feeling like based off of your own experience of life, the things that you've gone through in your life that have made you who you are today, there's a nugget of wisdom in there that either somebody else needs or that you need to share for whatever reason. It just feels like a very grounded energy, like a very earth energy, like the wisdom or the perspective that you're pulling from this card is kind of coming up from the roots that you've built. So, you know, it could have something to do with, you know, ancestry or family, sure. But I'm just getting the sense that it's something about your life, this lifetime, what you have cultivated, and what you are able to share with others based on that wisdom that you have gained from this life. It feels really rich, it feels really abundant, and it feels very grounded, down to earth, real practical, and yet there's an air of, mystique's not the right word, but there's an air of a higher spirituality. So it makes me think about ancient practices or something very Taoistic, in the sense that because of, you know, the wood you've chopped and the water that you've carried in this life, you have something to share. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say on that, because now we have this share wisdom card. It's also in the reversal, but it's interesting because in the upright it's a tree, and that's what I was feeling. I was feeling this root system, this really rich, abundant root system that you've naturally cultivated. And what I feel from this card is, when I pulled this, energy was coming up into my body from the earth. What I'm feeling from this card is energy going back down. And so something about this feels really reciprocal or symbiotic, and there is this, I don't know, like this circular energy here that's coming up for me as well as I'm saying that, or as I'm feeling into that. I think many of you have a desire to give back to the earth in some way, and this could really be very spirituality oriented for some of you. Like maybe this is, you know, you're kind of tapping into these profound feelings, and there's this sense of, oh, the earth has provided so much for me in my life, you know, all the water I've ever needed, all the place that I've ever needed, you know, home, all the food I've ever needed, all the animals or plants or humans that I've loved, everything in this life, you know, comes from the earth as its source. You know, earth is the ultimate resource. It's the only resource, and apart from maybe sunlight, right? But I'm really feeling like you're tapping into that energy. There's this gratitude. There's this sense of gratitude for everything that you have. Not only what has been given to you, but what you have been able to create. It's kind of like, you know, chopping down the tree to make the wood for the fire kind of energy, where it's like, you know, the earth provided the tree, and then you did the work to chop down that tree and create fire and warmth. And so there's this recognition of the symbiotic nature of life, and the fact that, you know, earth gives, and then we as humans take those, you know, raw natural resources, and then we create something else, and then through that creation we provide for ourselves, we provide for our family. And so I'm just feeling a recognition of that. And so, you know, maybe this isn't an event of any kind. Maybe this is just your own internal work you know, being in that gratitude, being in maybe that kind of awe of being on this planet where you know, we are abundant. We have all these resources that allow us to live this life, and that's a gift. I feel you rooted into the earth strongly, and maybe that's the biggest takeaway I would say is make sure you're grounded this month. I don't even want to say make sure you're grounded, because you are. I can feel that from you. You are grounded. So yeah, this is a great month to explore everything that you have, connect with the earth. If you want to give offerings, you can. You know, milk and honey, traditional offerings, or whatever speaks to you. You can always give that back to the earth. It's like a thank you for keeping me alive, for providing for my life. And that may, for some of you, that could create real change. Or not even change, but add this extra dimension to your life. This is the big potential. Adding an extra dimension to your life because you're engaging with the earth as a being. Wow. That's huge, Libra. That's really, really big. Yeah. So a great way to start doing that is, you know, giving offerings to the earth as a thank you for your life, and then allowing that earth energy to kind of interact and create with you in a new way. It can feel really nurturing, really expansive, really protective, and it can open you up to a really deeper sense of truth and wisdom and feeling of safety in this lifetime. So I really encourage you to connect with the earth this month if you feel called to. Let's get into the Celtic cross spread now. That was already huge. This is what's on your heart for this month. This is your starting place. We have the Five of Wands. I really do feel like you're in your head now, which is kind of antithetical to the groundedness I was feeling here. And so this is the path. This is the potential. This is kind of your starting place. Yeah, this Five of Wands energy, you're really in your head. You're really battling it out. I feel like this is the ultimate kind of battle, like the archetypal battle. Archetypal. Is that the word? Archetypal battle of you know, you and your ego, which is the only real battle. I mean, every other battle is just a facet of that, of battling your own ego. So but I feel a lot of awareness. Like, this is not necessarily a new energy that's coming in for you. I mean, this isn't new for anyone. We all battle our own egos to varying degrees. And so I feel like this is more of a recognition of, I've been battling my ego. And so this could just be you berating yourself with your own thoughts. Your thoughts are at war. You know, kind of a battle of wills. Maybe that seeps out into other people in your life. I think I'm getting a heavy hit on that for about half of you. Of, the way that I battle myself in my head is affecting my relationships. About half of you, not all of you. And so this is a really good month to break this cycle, because we have the Ace of Wands crossing that energy, and we'll talk about that. And we have these cards here that will basically break the pattern, because if you connect with the earth as a helping spirit, what you understand is we're all part of this web of life. We're all one, right? We're all basically this manifestation of the earth's dreaming. And if you can tap into that energy, connect with the earth, be grateful for your life, things stop feeling like a battle and they start feeling collaborative. So that's the potential here. Crossing this Five of Wands energy, we have the Ace of Wands. This is a new start. And I feel like an instant dropping into my heart. And so it's like, this was very leg heavy, root heavy, kind of you digging into the earth. And while this is very head heavy, there's an instant drop into the heart, crossing the Five of Wands energy. So this is asking you to step up in a new way so that you break this Five of Wands pattern. This is an invitation to drop out of the mind, drop into the heart, start connecting with the earth and the people around you and yourself, spirit. Start engaging from a heart place rather than a head place. And what that does is that cuts all the noise. It stops creating or generating a story of like who is the enemy and who isn't, or whatever, you know, the kind of tribalism story. And it simplifies everything, because the heart speaks love language, right? And so suddenly everything is this facet of who you are. Everything's a facet of the one, and everything is love. And so if you can drop into your heart, the competitive or battling thoughts are going to cease, and then from there you'll be able to connect with the world around you and yourself in a different way. This feels more soft. This feels like you're softening the edges of your personality, and to some degree. And this feels like you're filling your own body up. So if you guys are very, you're air, if you guys really live in your heads, the invitation this month is to start living in your body a little more, which will give you an increased sense of safety, an increased sense of calm, an increased sense of simplicity, so that you're not living in a way that feels too complex. And it will really just bring all the energy down so that you can kind of chill. There's a stillness, potentially, in a capacity to open your heart to love in a new way. Not romantically, I mean, it could be, but I mean in a holistic sense, like the self-love that generates the whole universe, kind of love, that connection to everything kind of love. Really, really big themes. The frequency is really high, so you guys, are really doing your work. High potential for ascension this month. Deep past affecting the present. This is great. 10 of Pentacles. This is, again, you kind of looking back and acknowledging all the work that you've done. As I was kind of saying with the higher perspective, the things that you've gone through in your life that have made you who you are today. This is you looking at that, all the abundance. This could be, actual concrete financial abundance, being grateful for the finances you have, for the home you have, for the family you have, for the career you have, for all that you've built. More importantly, this is, recognizing who you are on the inside, the person that's able to cultivate and stabilize and generate wealth. Because wealth isn't just financial, it's also, the qualities in you that allow you to engage with life in a meaningful way, that allows you to positively impact the people around you. And this is also just a recognition of, oh, I have enough. And so if you've had a moment, especially with these 5 of Wands right at the beginning of the month, if you've had a moment where you feel really unstable, especially with the year that we've had, right? So many changes, so many unseen factors, so many feelings of scarcity as people are working less and whatever. This is kind of this feeling of, I have enough. I'm going to survive. I have everything I need. The universe will provide. The earth will provide, etc. And so tapping into this frequency of it's all good. You're being taken care of, right? Mirroring that, a lot of Pinnacle energy this month. So finances look like they could be quite good this month, which excites me. In your foundation, you have the King of Pentacles. This is you being the king of your castle. You've got it figured out, Libra, so you can lean on that. You can lean on the person that you are based on the wisdom that you've gained through this lifetime up to this point, okay? You can really tap into the abundance around you and the fact that you made that happen for yourself. And again, it's this symbiotic quality of, the earth provides everything, but then it's your responsibility to chop the wood and carry the water, and you did, and here you are, right? So believe in yourself this month, Libra. Things feel very, very bright this month for you. Crowning you, 8 of Pentacles reversed. The first thought that zipped into my mind was self-actualization. So a lot of you guys are really on the path, which is fantastic. The only thing I'm getting from the reversal is that this card's an inside job this month. And in the upright, this could be some sort of apprenticeship, becoming a student, learning from some sort of mentor, or going back to school, or going to grad school, or refining the skills that you already do have, like leveling up your skills in some way, whether that's for a job or whatever. What I'm getting from the reversal is it's just nothing on the outside. It's not like you're learning a skill or a trade or a craft. It's like you are refining yourself. You are going within and cleaning up things that you no longer need, letting go of energy that doesn't serve you, so that you can become the best you that it's possible for you to be. I think partly what's going to motivate you this month is that feeling of connection to the earth and to, just the life around you. that reconnection to your heart is going to allow you to, first of all, I think, have the desire to improve yourself on an internal level, the desire to heal, maybe. Only a couple cups, but we will talk about healing a bit in a little bit. The desire to just kind of refine yourself in such a way that you're presenting a more clear version of you, so that when people engage with you, they're feeling your heart and you're speaking from your heart, and that will just create so much more harmony around you. And you're Libra, you like harmony, right? So really good. New circumstance, we have the Five of Cups reversed. This is you looking at the bright side. I like the Five of Cups better in reverse usually. In the upright, we kind of see this person focusing on the spilled cups, and kind of, moping over that, rather than noticing, like turning around and noticing that he has two full cups behind him. And so it's about looking at what you do have. In the reversal, you're doing that. You're saying, okay, maybe you're looking at this past year and you're saying, okay, maybe I lost a lot, some of you. Or maybe you didn't get as far ahead as you wanted to because the year didn't allow it. Maybe just none of your plans came to fruition because of the year that we had. And this is you saying, okay, but what did I gain? What did I get from this year? What do I still have? And how can I utilize that moving forward, right? It's great because, January, it's a Capricorn month, and it seems like you're having a very Capricorn month. You're really focusing on what is possible, who you are, what you can handle, and how you can resource yourself, ground yourself, etc. So that feels really, really good. Your energy this month, we have the Empress Reversed. This feels good too. Sometimes in the reversal, it could just mean that you're limiting yourself in some way. I'm not really feeling that. Again, this is a card of abundance, and we have a lot of abundance cards. Ten of Pentacles is abundance. King of Pentacles is abundance. Eight of Pentacles is abundance. So many Pentacles. It's really, really something. So the Empress mirrors that energy. It's the most abundant card in the entire deck. The Empress is a master manifester. The Empress cultivates. The Empress is pregnant to exemplify the fertile nature of her. Like, she is the spring and summertime. She is the harvesting in the fall. She is growth. Rich, abundant growth, rainfall, everything that helps the meadow grow and feeds the ecosystem. That is the Empress. Reversal. Discovering the inner Empress within. And whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. The inner Empress within. This is who in you is abundant. And while tapping into your inner abundance does attract external abundance to you, which you will, because King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, you're in an abundant place. Libra, maybe some of you just need to hear that if you don't feel so abundant, but I think in January that's really going to shift. It may partially be because of this energy, where, yes, if you feel inner abundance, you will attract outer abundance, but outside of what you will attract, it feels good to just tap into that inner abundance. And by inner abundance, I mean anything that you value in yourself. Are you hardworking? Are you a good caretaker? Are you a great lover? Are you a great friend? Are you a good provider for your family? Are you a great communicator? Do you love what you do? Are you a good artist? All of those things that you value in yourself, that is abundance. So this is really looking at, who am I? What do I have to be proud of? What do I have to be grateful for? And that's going to put you in a really high vibration. Again, we're getting this higher perspective thing. It's going to put you in a really high vibration, which is going to affect everything around you. Not only people who will be uplifted by your presence, but also so that you can rope in all the resources that you need to go forward in this new year. It looks like an abundant year. It looks like you're really going to make things happen for yourself, and it also looks like you're not starting from scratch. This in your foundation means you already are the King of Pentacles, so you've already built your kingdom. What are you going to do now, Beautiful. The path just keeps going, so what's next? You're already the king, and what's next? External environment, we have the Six of Cups reversed. Interesting. Somebody may be coming back into your life this month, which is all I'm getting from the reversal, is that there may be some sort of like return. If that's the case, if somebody comes back into your life, it could be an old friend. I think it probably is. You're going to have a nice reunion with this person. Otherwise, again, from the reversal, what I'm getting is inside job. So I think you may just be reconnecting with your inner child, and that kind of mirrors the Ace of Wands as well. This in your external environment, though. Maybe you're around kids this month, and that helps you connect with your inner child. Maybe your own children have something to teach you this month, or maybe you have something to teach them. Again, share wisdom is kind of this energy of exchange with this circle here. So you have a nice opportunity to connect with children this month, which will bring you into your inner child. The best way to connect with children is to drop into your heart, and children make it easier for you to do so. So heart-centered energy here. This may bring on a sense of nostalgia for you as you remember who you were before anybody told you who you were. You know what I mean? When you're a really small child, who were you? And that's a really good indication of who you are at the core of you. And that can bring you back to your oneness, to your connection to the all. So really nice potential there. I think for many of you guys, this is children, whether it's your own children or other people's children, whether you're teaching or, you have a nephew, or, you're babysitting for a friend or whatever. You may be connecting with kids this month. Or this could just be, if you're an artist, connecting with your inner artist, making some art happen for yourself, doing the art thing. That's possible, especially if you haven't done it in a long time. There's like this feeling of cycling back, this reconnection. That could be key for some of you. Maybe some of you are just focused on home this month, decor, nesting, withdrawing, that kind of thing, and that could be supportive too. Hopes and fears this month. We have the Ten of Swords and the Hangman reversed. Let's look at the Ten of Swords first, actually. So the limiting belief here, the fear, could just be, what if I lose it all? Yeah. I think some of you almost feel suspicious of how good you're feeling, especially if you're doing the spiritual work, connecting with the earth, connecting with your own heart, all of that. Is if you're doing that for the first time, or you're leveling up in some way, you're going to feel really good. And for some of you, that good feeling might lend itself to, when is it going to end? What if it ends? What if this is a trick? There's no way I can feel this good or stay feeling this good. And so what I want you to come back to is, A, look at what you built. You are the king of your kingdom. Even if you were to lose it all, this is who you are. And so, you'll be able to build again because of the experiences in your life that have made you who you are. You have the skills to build yourself up again. Not that you're going to have to. I don't think you're going to lose it all. I do think this is just a limiting belief or a fear coming up. But if you do have that moment, one good thing that will help bring you back is, even if you were, a sailor and you were at sea with your ship, it was the only thing you had was your ship and your crew and your treasure, whatever, everything on the ship. And you wrecked the ship and only you survived. That's still you. That's still, you have you. My teacher always says you are what survives a shipwreck. And that's a great moment for this. If you're the King of Pentacles, so even if you lose everything material, you still have that abundance of wealth inside you, which is what this Ten of Pentacles is. The wealth that you have inside you, the Empress. This is the abundance that you have inside you. And so if you can tap into a sense of abundance that is independent of your external situation, that will help you get out of this pattern. The other thing is when you're feeling supported, like really supported for the first time, it feels suspicious. So for those of you that like haven't really felt supported up to this point, and this is the month where you really get support in a new way, and that can happen if you connect with the earth in the way that you might, because the earth is the most supportive thing. You know, if you feel connected to the earth, you feel safe inherently, and so you know this. What if I lose it all? Well, you won't, because here's the earth providing for you. You know. And you can even talk to the earth, communicate with the earth about your fear, your concern of what if this doesn't last, what if I lose it all, and see what the earth has to say to you about abundance and the cycle of life. And I mean, you know, it does go through cycles. You know, leaves change and then fall off the trees in the fall. And then no one dies. They come back in the winter, you know? Even flowers that die, they have seeds that, you know, the dead flower contains all the seeds that you can harvest and then replant, and then they grow in the spring. And so nothing's ever really lost, you know, even though it goes away for a while. And so there is something about the cycle of life here that I think could be very enriching and informative if you open yourself up to that. If you face the fear and then see what's underneath that fear, or see the wisdom or the knowledge that doesn't contradict that fear, but that responds to that fear, then you have the potential to clear this fear so that you have a newer, more stable, more supportive foundation, more trust, more faith in yourself, in the earth, in the universe, so that you can move forward, not worry about this energy, and continue to grow your empire without being afraid of what you might lose, okay? And yeah, the Hangman reverse, new perspective. What I like is that the higher perspective card is kind of the same energy as the Hangman, and they're both in reverse. But the cool thing about the Hangman reverse is he's upright, and so I don't know. I just think this is an interesting kind of paradoxical yet mirror kind of situation. This is about higher perspective. Yeah, this is about wisdom gained through facing fear, clearing fear, and replacing it with a belief that supports you in a better way, a more healing way, and then moving on with your life with that renewed sense of faith. This is getting higher perspective on your life. Feels really good. Outcome, Knight of Cups. This mirrors the Ace of Wands, actually, because it's about the heart. I mean, even though this is fire and this is water, you kind of have primal instincts and passion here. Here you have love, sensitivity, flexibility, receptivity, connection to the divine. I think this is who you become at the end of this month. Knight of Cups. And this cup is really, it's an offer of love. And so I feel for many of you, the process that you go through this month, and the work that you do with the earth, and the work that you do in recognizing your own inner wealth, your inner abundance, connecting with your heart, dropping into your body, clearing the combative, battling mind patterns, refining yourself, connecting with your inner child, gaining higher perspective, all of these processes that are open to you this month will lead you to this place where you are now this person moving forward. And this person is really in tune with their emotions, with their hearts, what has meaning for them, what they love, kind of the freedom to be in the ocean of existence, which has a certain amount of fluidity and fluctuation, which is kind of what we were saying about the Ten of Swords, is everything does change. Everything's changing all the time, right? It doesn't mean that you lose anything just because things change form or come back in the spring or, you know, whatever. Winter exists for a reason. Yin time exists to cultivate energy for the new growth. And what this does is it's just the earth recycling itself so that everything that is old and dying and has outlived its welcome dies away or falls away and then is reborn into a new energy. And in this way, things stay fresh. And and exciting and abundant and new, and you know, each chapter of the story is a new adventure, right? And so, you know, that's why we go through this death and rebirth process. And I think whatever wisdom you gain from what you explore in terms of that in this month allows you to, I think, show up differently, especially in your relationships. I think you're able to show up more clear about your intentions, clear about your affections for people, clear about your needs or what you want to give to others. Now, this could be a genuine offer of love, like somebody comes into your life and you ask them to be with you. I mean, that is very potentially true. This could also be, you know, you just extending love to the people you already love in a new way, in a cleaner way, in a way that makes more sense to them, because you are being more open and honest and vulnerable with your heart. Like, there's less veiling the heart. You're just able to be the heart that you are, and people will respond to you differently because of it. You have the high, like a really high potential to deepen your connections and your intimacy with the people that you love. And that's just going to bring you so much happiness, because everyone else will be happier. Everyone else will know where they stand with you. They'll feel nurtured by you. And that will make you feel good. You know, so, I mean, this is really high frequency reading. Like, you're really tapping into the unconditional love, the continuous growth and cycle of change, and connection to the one, connection to the web of life, which is all there is. All there is life. All there is the one. All there is that love that we're a part of. And that's the potential for you this month. I'm kind of floored by this reading, to be honest. Please leave a comment and let me know how these energies are playing out in your life. If you have a personal concern and you'd like to schedule a reading with me, please do so in the box below. You can follow me on social media. You can find that below. Again, hit like if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see the next Libra video, and I will see you guys in February. Happy New Year. Bye.